Huge fatal four-way for the Netflix title. Scarlett, Dakota, Roxanne, and Liv Morgan all vying for the title. Dakota Kai hits her finisher on Scarlett. She's about to win the title. And wait a minute. Nixon Noel, formerly known as Tegan Knox, just pulled Dakota out of the ring. Nixon Noel has just screwed Dakota Kai here tonight. Look at this. And now look at Roxanne taking advantage. Hooks Scarlett's leg. And Roxanne retains the Netflix title thanks to Nixon Noel. Here's your winner and still the Netflix champion, Roxanne Perez. Wow, what a pre-show match here tonight. And Roxanne walks away still the Netflix champion. Well, Dakota Kai was about to win the title back, but Nixon Noel just prevented her from doing it. Hello, Sean. Hello, Isabel. I'm doing alright. You're starting to get better. That's good. Wow, can you believe that Roxanne just stole that win? That was highway robbery. That was not glorious at all. Roxanne doing everything in her power to remain champion. Hey, that's what the Prodigy does, okay? The Prodigy does what she's got to do to stay on top. And I praise Roxanne for that. She barely did anything in that match, Sam. It doesn't matter. Fatal four-way rules. You got to pick your spots at the right time, and Roxanne picked her spot at the perfect time and took advantage of the situation. Dakota Kai should be Netflix champion, but once again, because of Tegan Knox or Nixon Noel, that didn't happen. But anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the pre-show. Welcome to the pre-show panel, everybody. As you know, Patrick isn't here with us. He usually is on the pre-show panel with us, but due to the incident that happened on NXT, he isn't here with us. But we've got Summer Rae here filling in for him, and we've also got the glorious Bobby Roode here as well. Glorious until victorious, guys. Yeah, it was absolutely. But we're looking at Survivor Series tonight. This card is looking amazing tonight. This card's looking amazing, and I'm looking forward to all these matches on this card tonight, especially Patricia Ryan. I'm looking forward to her to get the biggest win of her career in her in her country land tonight against Becky Lynch. Well, this pre-show has been hot, has been exciting, but now it's time to get ready for the main show, everybody, as we head down to the arena. The War Games cage is beginning to lower, as we'll be kicking off with our first War Games match. It is Team Becky Lynch against Team Patricia. Maybe. We'll see. Over to you guys. Thank you very much, Big E. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor Series. I'm Michael Cole alongside Wade Barrett, and also joining me, another fellow Brit, is Travis Bayman. Thank you both for coming in tonight for commentary. Of course, I would not miss this for the world, Cole. You think I'm going to miss this opportunity to call the action here tonight? Absolutely, I would not miss this. I would not miss this chance to be back home here in the UK to call the action here tonight for Survivor Series. Well, Survivor Series War Games is about to begin, and we're kicking things off with the first War Games match. Okay, the game has already messed up. I chose Becky to be first, and she's in the War Games cage. So I'm guessing it's not going to save who had the advantage. That's just great. Well, looks like it is Charlotte Flair starting things out in the War Games cage for Team Becky Lynch. Well, this is going to be a tough task for the Queen. Well, Charlotte does not look intimidated by the War Games cage. Oh boy. And look who's starting in War Games with her. Who did I have starting? Becky and Patricia. And look who's starting with her. Patricia Ryan. Oh, look at this. Becky Lynch in the War Games cage. And it looks like Patricia Ryan is going to be starting inside the War Games. The captain of her own team is going to be starting this match. I tell you got to admire the bravery of Patricia to want to start this War Games match. Yep, I made her up. Patricia has been in the thorn of the side of Becky Lynch as long as we can remember, and here we go. And here we go. Patricia Ryan and Charlotte Flair starting things off in this War Games match. I'm going to assume the game is not going to save who has the advantage either, because you can set who has the advantage. But 9 times out of 10, the game is just going to randomly pick randomly not pick who you picked that has the advantage. And that's the annoying thing about this. Just like with the Elimination Chamber, even though you pick the entry numbers, that doesn't mean the game will save it. How dare these people boo Patricia? She is one of their own, and these people are being so rude to Patricia Ryan. Yep, the game didn't save who has the advantage. Ah, this bloody game. Why does this game... Can I rant about this for a second? Can I rant? Why even give us the option? Why even give us the option to who picks the advantage just for the game to just say, nah, we'll give it to the other team? This is stupid. It is so stupid. Why pick which team has the advantage just for the game to just give it to the other team? So dumb. It makes it so pointless. It makes it feel utterly pointless. I set it all up when I set it all up when this was when I started this. And the game's just like, nope, you're not going to have Becky start, and I'm going to give Becky's team the advantage because why not? Stupid. This game is so stupid. This is so stupid. you all probably think, well, you probably set it to random. Nope. I picked Team 2 to have the advantage. And then the game just decided to give it to Becky's team for whatever bloody reason. Well, Patricia is going to badly need some backup right now. Oh, and she's going to get it in Alexa Bliss. Oh, Alexa Bliss. A long-time rival. And look at this. And Charlotte wasting no time going right after... And Charlotte wasting no time going right after Alexa Bliss. No time being wasted as Charlotte and Alexa, the two long-time rivals, colliding. Oh, and Patricia getting slammed on top of a chair. The stream has only just started and the game has already ruined everything. I have no faith in the game to have Punk's team with the advantage now. Zero faith. Zero faith and that's going to happen now. Oh, and Charlotte with a big moonsault. Patricia has taken a lot of punishment. Well, that's what being in this war game is really all about. Lots of punishment. The fact that these people are booing Patricia is absolutely disgusting. Well, who will be joining next for Becky's team? And it's Billie Kay. It's the ever hilarious. It is the ever hilarious Billie Kay. And now Charlotte. And a natural selection to Alexa Bliss. When it comes to war games, you never know what to expect. And now Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, suplex on the hard floor. And Charlotte with a suplex on the dangerous area of the War Games cage. Yeah, I saw that this morning. And now Alexa Bliss. And Charlotte Flair now brawling on the other side of the ring. Patricia Ryan once again being ganged up on by everybody in sight. Who will be next to join Patricia's team? And it's Io Sky, one half of the Women's World Tag Team Champions. The Genius of the Sky. Better get in there quickly. Io Sky is synonymous with War Games. You're damn right she is. This is her match. You know, people talk about Mr. and Mrs. of certain match types. But we can all agree that Io is Miss War Games. Io is just throwing a bunch of weapons in the ring. Chairs, stop signs, kendo sticks. She's bringing in all the toys. She's bringing in all the toys here. And now Io, and now it looks like Patricia, and Patricia is now gaining the advantage. And there's the Patricia Hammer to Billie Kay. And now Patricia can finally catch a break. And she can finally catch a break. She's been in this from the beginning, which again is very brave. She was very brave to step in this at the beginning. She could have came into this match way later. Well, she didn't want to. And look at this now, Billie Kay in a world of trouble. And look at this. Well, the War Games has not officially started yet. Oh, here comes the man. And Becky Lynch, the final woman to enter War Games. Come on, Bex. And Patricia begging the man to get in the ring, but Becky Lynch wants to bring in more toys. The bin's being thrown in, and now Becky's pulling in a table. The captain of her own team, the man, is here. And now here we go. And now Becky Lynch, Patricia going right after Becky Lynch, and here we go, the longtime rivals. The longtime rivals colliding with each other. The two longtime bitter rivals. War Games still has not officially started. They're still waiting on Rhea Ripley to enter this match for War Games to become official. And now Becky Lynch getting the hell beat out of her by Ryan. And Io and Ryan working together to wear down Becky Lynch and Billie Kay. And now it's time for the Eradicator. Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley has entered the fray. And look at this now, a figure eight. And Io with the over the moonsault. And War Games has officially begun. Now the match is official. Rhea Ripley in the ring, and Rhea looking to clean house. And Alexa Bliss on top early. And now Alexa Bliss with the Abigail DDT. Big drop kick to Charlotte Flair. And now look at this. And now Patricia's team has gained a huge advantage. Yeah, Patricia's team has just turned the tide of everything. Rhea, oh, Carmella was looking for the code of silence. Oh, and Billie Kay avoided. And Billie Kay with Shades of Kay. She hit Shades of Kay, but it didn't matter. And it really didn't matter in the end. And now look at Becky Lynch hooking the leg of Io. Look at the pin, Io. And Io kicks at it too. And look at Ripley off the top rope. Good Lord. Off the top of the cage, you mean? Ripley off the top of the cage, putting her body on the line. And Billie Kay with a brainbuster. And Billie Kay now being ganged up on. Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch going at it. Io Sky and Carmella now. And now Alexa Bliss with insult to injury. Hooks the leg on both women. Ripley and Alexa were looking to pin both women, but both Becky Lynch. Oh my God! My God! Billie Kay with the Shades of Kay. And now Patricia Ryan. And look at Becky Lynch now. And here comes Becky Lynch coming to the aid of her ally. And now and Alexa Bliss with Twisted Bliss on Billie Kay. And there's the win. Patricia's team picks up the win. Yes. Patricia Ryan's team wins War Games. And that is exactly what we're talking about. Here are your winners of War Games. Patricia Ryan's team. And Patricia Ryan's team standing tall here tonight. A big win for Patricia in War Games. No one could help Billie Kay as she was left alone. Alexa Bliss with the Twisted Bliss to Billie Kay, scoring the win for her team. Patricia Ryan proving once and for all why her team was the superior team. Embrace the vision! And Becky Lynch looking utterly frustrated that she could not finish the war with Patricia Ryan. Besides that going all wrong, besides most of that going wrong, the right team still won. I love you too, Isabel. You did a chat with Marching Orange at 5 a.m. that you couldn't sleep. Oh, that's a shame. Fightful reported that Mancy Warner and Steph DeLanda have quit TNA. Yeah, I heard about that. You want to know how I knew about that? Because Armin messaged me that when I woke up. When I woke up, I saw a message of him telling me about it. Oh, there you see, there you see Jamie Hayter. She is warming up as she prepares for the biggest match of her career. She'll be taking on the Empress Asuka. For the Women's World Championship, Jamie Hayter wants to win the Women's World title, and she is focused tonight. No, you're not there. Neither am I. That's going to be a huge match to come later tonight. LA Knight. And here we go. It's time to determine the brand new United States Champion. The following contest is the United States Tournament Championship Finals to crown a new United States Champion. Introducing first, LA Knight. Yeah. Fans here in the UK absolutely love LA Knight. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, LA Knight is one of the most popular superstars in the world. Absolutely, LA Knight. LA Knight had a tough draw. He had to get through Obafemi and Dean Franklin to get to this opportunity. Well, Kyle Fletcher didn't have it easy either. He had to go through Kenny Omega and Matt Cardona. So really neither side had an easy path to the United States Championship. And Proto Star! Here comes the Proto Star. And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher making his way to the ring. The Proto Star is here. If there's one thing we can say about the Proto Star, he is he's a very confident young man, but he can also be quite arrogant. He may be an arrogant young man, but he backs it up every single week. We've talked about the potential of Kyle Fletcher. We've talked about his potential and what he could bring to the WWE. But tonight, it's put up or shut up time for Kyle Fletcher. Absolutely, it's put up or shut up time. This could really be his last chance to really break out. You know, I have followed the career of Kyle Fletcher. You know, I used to watch him during his days in Ring of Honor and even in New Japan and even in AEW. This young man, Kyle Fletcher, really wants to prove that he is more than just a tag team wrestler. Well, yeah, he and his former partner, Mark Davis, both came to WWE because they wanted to perform on the bigger stage. Oh! Yeah, but Kyle Fletcher has moved on from his days of Aussie Open with Mark Davis. He wants to prove that he can be a single star. Yeah, the proto star meeting the mega star. LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight. Oh! And now LA Knight in control. And LA Knight in control here in the early stages. Kyle Fletcher now gaining the advantage. Kyle Fletcher gaining the advantage. And now Kyle Fletcher with a butterfly pile driver. This could be the beginning of the end for the megastar. He was looking for the Grimstone. He was looking for the Grimstone, and LA Knight counters out of it into the BFT. Counters out of it into the BFT to become a three-time United States champion. And Kyle Fletcher kicks out at 2. This is for the vacant United States champion. This is for the vacant United States championship. Braun Breaker suffered a hernia injury, which is what led to the title being vacant. Kyle Fletcher with a roll up, but LA Knight counters out of it, flips over, goes for the cover to win the title for the 3rd time in his career, but Kyle Fletcher once again reverses out of it. Kyle Fletcher looking to win the title here, but a kick out again by LA Knight. And, oh, a big knee drop right, and a big knee. And now LA Knight on the second rope. And, oh, the big elbow, the big flying elbow to Kyle Fletcher. Hooks the leg to win the gold, and Kyle holds on again. LA Knight's got to be wondering what is it going to take to put Kyle Fletcher down here tonight. Well, Kyle Fletcher is in a make or break situation. LA Knight, the megastar, on top of his game, but Kyle Fletcher, oh, knee right to the back of the neck. And a knee right to the back of the neck, and Kyle Fletcher and LA Knight fighting amongst themselves. LA Knight said he was dedicating this match, oh, to his friend Isabel, and a BFT. Yeah, LA Knight said that he was dedicating his victory tonight to his friend Isabel, who is also out of action due to injury after what happened on NXT. BFT on the floor to win the goal and a kick out. And oh my goodness, what a flying kick right to the face. And now Kyle. Uh-oh. And oh man, wow, what an impressive move. That was a thing of beauty. That was a thing of beauty. What a flip over DDT that was. LA Knight is now in grave danger. That was an impressive flip. That was an impressive move. And now a super kick by Fletcher. LA Knight now is down to win the United States title for the first time in his career, and LA Knight stays alive again. And now Kyle Fletcher now sees his opportunity, and there it is, the Brainbuster. There it is, the Brainbuster by Fletcher. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. We are in the era of the Protostar. The Protostar is born here tonight. Here's your winner and new WWE United States Champion, the Protostar, Kyle Fletcher. And for the first time in his career, Kyle Fletcher has won a singles championship. CJR Gaming is doing a 24/7 live stream of Dragon Ball games. He's playing Kakarot, Budokai 3, and others. Cool. We are in the era of the Protostar. What an incredible match that was. LA Knight put on a tremendous performance. Both men put on a classic, but in the end, it was Kyle Fletcher, the Protostar from down under, with his patented Brainbuster finishing move, gets the win and his first singles title in WWE. This happened earlier today before the show. So let's take a look. Hello? Hi, is this Robert Martin? Yes. And is this Margaret Martin? Yes, what is it? I'm here to call. Hi. I'm the man, Becky Lynch, calling on behalf of WWE. I'm calling to give you guys some good news. What's that? I'm calling on behalf of WWE and the WWE family that we are inducting. We are here. I'm calling to inform you that WWE would like to honor the career of your son, Andrew Martin, also known as Test to the WWE fans. Oh, thank you for this. Thank you so much. We're honored. We are honored to take this offer. Absolutely. Thank you so much for this. Our son would be so happy to hear. Would be so happy to hear this. Wish he could be here to see his reaction. Yeah, kind soul that left us too soon. Well, we're here to. We will honor. He will be inducted into the Hall of Fame class of season 13. Thank you so much for this, Miss Becky. This means a lot to us and to our family and, of course, to Test. Well, I'm sure he'll be looking down happy. Enjoy. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Test. Yeah, good. Congratulations. And there it is. And there's his portrait on the screen. Yes, big congratulations to Andrew Test Martin. An incredible athlete. An incredible athlete during the peak of the Attitude Era. A former Intercontinental and European champion. What a great honor to extol on the legendary former Andrew Martin, also known as Test. The Runaway. Well, here we go. It's time for our next matchup. Ruby Soho is here. Ding, ding, ding. The following contest is set for one fall. It is for the WWE Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger, Ruby Soho. Test is a former Intercontinental, European, and Tag Team Champion. Yes, he is. Could have been a future world champion if Triple H didn't take his storyline from him. Well, that's the story that BC likes to tell. That's the story BC has told on multiple occasions. He thinks Triple H stole Test's storyline when he was in that storyline with Stephanie. And her opponent, she is the WWE champion, the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae. And he used to stay, and apparently he also dated Kelly in 2009 before he passed away, unfortunately. I knew he dated Test, but I didn't know he dated Kelly. I know she mentioned, I know she's talked about him before when she first walked into WWE. Candice LeRae didn't want to defend her title here tonight, but due to Ruby Soho signing a contract to SmackDown that guaranteed her a title match, but also Ruby pinned Candice LeRae in a 6-women's tag team match to pretty much earn this title opportunity. I think this is a little bit unfair to Candice LeRae, but it's a little bit unfair to Candice. What do you mean it's unfair? She's got to be a fighting champion, Wade. Not all champions need to be fighting champions and defend their titles 24/7. Candice LeRae felt Ruby Soho did not deserve this opportunity. Well, Ruby, oh, look at that. Well, Ruby definitely deserved the opportunity when she pinned Candice in that 6-women's tag team match. And now look at this, now hooks the leg of LeRae to win the women's championship. Ruby Soho has never been a world champion. She is a former women's tag team champion with Liv Morgan. She's a former women's tag team champion with Liv Morgan. She's a former television champion. And this season she also won the NXT Women's North American Championship. She's had her fair share of success, but Ruby wants to win the big one. Springboard frog splash by LeRae. Hooks the leg to retain the gold, and Ruby manages to kick out at 2. Let's not forget, Ruby Soho took a loss to Kalani Jordan last night on SmackDown, and it was thanks to Candice LeRae that happened. And look at this. And now a Hurricanrana DDT by Ruby. Covers to win the gold, and LeRae kicking out at 1. Candice LeRae has been the women's champion since SummerSlam, since defeating Indy Hartwell for the gold. And now look at this. A painful armbar submission, but LeRae able to avoid the danger there. Big flying drop kick as LeRae finds herself in trouble, but Soho building momentum. Ruby Soho building momentum, trying to keep the momentum in his corner. Trying to keep the momentum in her corner. And now a double Meteora, and now a double knees, a Meteora. Down goes LeRae. Soho top rope. And a sitting senton. Candice moved out of the way. Candice moved out of the way and avoided the senton just in time. And a big drop kick. Ruby. Oh! WWE Universe behind Ruby Soho here tonight. Ruby top rope, seating senton, and this time it connects. Hooks the leg of LeRae to win the goal for the first time in her career. Oh! And Candice just kicks out at 2. And now Ruby was looking for the kick, the Soho kick. But Candice blocked it with a kick of her own, and now back and forth. Man, I wish 2K would bring back Road to WrestleMania, because I've been re-watching a lot of the old Road to WrestleMania storylines in 2009, 2010, and 2011 games. The Road to WrestleMania storylines were so much better than what they've been doing with career mode. Oh, and Candice put her hand on the rope, and the referee, Daphne LaShawn, made the right call there. And she made the right call there. And now LeRae, Samoan drop. Uh-oh. And now Candice has Ruby. Oh, wicked stepsister. And there's the wicked stepsister on Soho. LeRae retains. And LeRae remains on top. Remember that one Road to WrestleMania where Sheamus won all the titles? Yeah, I do. That was a great Road to WrestleMania. Or the one with Jacob Cass. Yeah, I like the one with Jacob Cass too. Here is your winner and still WWE Women's Champion, Candice LeRae. A valiant fight by Ruby, but in the end, Candice LeRae remains the WWE Women's Champion. That's right, I'm still the champ. Candice LeRae remains the WWE Women's Champion. Yeah, I do remember the one where Sheamus won all the titles, and also the one with the created superstar Jacob Cass. He was voiced by Austin Aries. At least that's what I kept hearing people saying. There was one where Triple H retired also. Yeah, that was also WWE 12. The only thing I hated about Road to WrestleMania is that Randy Orton was always the villain in a lot of the storylines. Randy was the villain in John Cena's story mode in 2011. Randy was the villain in the it was a villain in his own story in 2010. Randy was the antagonist in Chris Jericho and Triple H's story in 2009. You three ready? I'm very nervous. Yeah, I am too. Exactly. Well, look, as Tough Enough finalists ourselves, we know exactly how difficult it would be for you. Well, regardless of who wins, I just hope we all get contracts. Well, it all depends. Good luck to you girls. Good luck to you girls after Survivor Series. Thanks. Yeah, that was the only thing I didn't like. That Randy was always, well, not always. He was like the villain in a lot of the stories, and I get it. He's a great heel. There was even a story, the Rey Mysterio one. You could even turn Rey Mysterio heel if you went with Jack Swagger. Well, Kathy and Mary backstage with the three finalists in the women's Tough Enough. The Tough Enough winner is going to be announced after Survivor Series. That is going to be awesome. First time Ray would have ever been a heel. Yep, and Ray also turned heel in WWE 12 in the Jacob Cass story, where he joins up with WCW, so that would be his second time as a heel. And it is indeed Tiffy time here tonight. The following contest is for the WWE Television Championship. Introducing the challenger, Tiffany Stratton. With Christian Road to WrestleMania, did you pick to cash in on Edge? I did once. I did pick Edge, but I also picked Shawn Michaels just to see what would happen. So I kind of did both routes. Will Tiffany Stratton join a really small list of wrestlers who have held the title multiple times? Cora Jade, Toni Storm, and Anna Jay are the only wrestlers that have held the television title more than once. I am gonna ring your bell. Yeah, in 2009, the Better Than Utopia. Who remembers Better Than Utopia? And her opponent, she is the television champion, Greece's greatest export, Emily Bell. Emily Bell making her Survivor Series debut here tonight. What a better way to make your first... This is one of the big four pay-per-views, and what a way for Emily Bell to make her first appearance on one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year as a champion, mind you. Emily Bell, one of the most arrogant. Just look at Emily Bell. What a star That is what a star of this company looks like. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm a big fan of Emily Bell. Me and Bayman, we would like it if she was on Monday Night Raw. Absolutely not. You two keep your hands off of Emily Bell. You know, Wade, I don't often agree with you, but you're right. Emily Bell is a SmackDown girl through and through. Not until the draft, not until the draft next month. Because remember, there will be a draft that'll kick off season 13, and Emily Bell could get drafted to the Red brand, along with that television title. Well, we're about to find out who will gain the first overall draft pick in our main event in the Brand Warfare War Games match. Oh! Whose team will emerge victorious? Will it be CM Punk's team, or will it be Ethan Page's team? Emily Bell on top of Tiffany early on. You know, you would think Emily Bell would be nervous being on a big show like the Survivor Series for the first time ever in her career. But she just strutted out here as if this is just another day in the office for her. It's called confidence. It's called confidence, Bateman. That's what Emily Bell is. She doesn't know the meaning of the word nervous. She's never nervous. She is big time Bell. She's big match Emily. She's always ready for every big match. She's always ready for any and all big matches. And MVP was also John Cena's friend in the 2011 storyline. And they acknowledged the Better Than Utopia storyline they had. Oh! Crossbody. Was I the only one who thought Undertaker's road to WrestleMania was so weird that Santino Marella and Finlay were his main rivals? Like, I know it's a video game, but I found that so unrealistic. I thought that was so unrealistic. I was like, why them of all people to be Undertaker's biggest rival in that storyline? It was so weird. Ugh. And Tiffany able to get out of the submission, and now here comes, and now Tiffany starting to build momentum, and now Tiffany building momentum, and this is not what Emily Bell would want. Emily Bell does not want this happening at whatsoever. The float over Alabama Slam into the cover to win it, to become a two-time TV champion, and Emily Bell manages to kick out. Tiffany is on top of her game here tonight. Yeah, CM Punk had one as well. His rival was Elijah Burke. Someone who he himself has said is one of the worst wrestlers of all time. Batista and Rey Mysterio also had one in 2009. And now Emily Bell exposing the turnbuckle pad. What is she planning to do? What is she planning to do with the exposed turnbuckle? And look at this now, trying to roll up Tiffany. Well, it's clear she wants to use it to her advantage. Well, it's clear she wants to use it to her advantage. Oh, look at this! A low blow by Emily. Brilliant! That was brilliant! You gotta be kidding me. Had the referee's attention distracted by the exposed turnbuckle. That was brilliant. That was brilliant by Emily. And there it is, the last bell You gotta be kidding. That was brilliant by Emily. And Emily Bell retains. And it remains Emily time. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta. That was brilliant by Emily. Here is your winner and still the television champion, Emily Bell. Emily Bell had no intention to use the exposed turnbuckle to her advantage. She used it as a way to distract the official, just for her to go, low blow and ring the bell of Tiffy. Hi Wade. Hi Emily. Emily Bell now, now Emily Bell, proud of her, is absolutely proud of herself. She damn well should be proud of herself. She just scored her first win on one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. Hey, look who's in the crowd. A long time former legend, Sable. Wow, Sable's here. One of the trailblazers of the Attitude Era. Sable is here. Nice to see Sable. Nice to see Sable back here in WWE. Bong. Look who else is here. I am American Badass. Hey, look who else is here. It's The Undertaker. What's he doing out here? The Undertaker riding down on his motorcycle. Undertaker. Sorry to interrupt the festivities. Sable, do you mind coming into the ring, please? Okay. Wait a minute. Undertaker's calling Sable to come into the ring. Sable. How does it feel to be in this ring for the first time in over 20 years? Well, it feels great. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm going to make this very quick. I am here to announce and welcome you into the class of the Season 13 Hall of Fame. Wow! Congratulations. You've earned it. Wow, Undertaker just announced Sable into the Hall of Fame. Wow, Sable has earned that. And Undertaker riding out of here on his motorbike as Sable's still in the ring. Sable just looks so overwhelmed. But, wait a minute. Sable was about to talk. Wait a minute. Hard to lose, but whoa. Oh, look who's here. Wow, really? We're talking about this loser? Jordy. This woman is a 58-year-old woman, and we're celebrating her legacy into the Hall of Fame? Please. You know, Sable, you were not even a good wrestler. You were not even a good wrestler, Sable. You want to know what you were entertaining these people for? For your looks. And that's all you were. Why don't you go back to your farm? Why don't you go back to the farm with your husband and never come back? The only person that should be talked about is the best Australian women's wrestler in the world, Indy Hartwell. Indy sucks. Indy sucks. Indy sucks. Indy. These people came. There are boys that came to see me. And there are a lot of girls that wanna be me. And I know that no one wants to see you. Sable. You're a 58-year-old woman. What could you possibly do to a woman who's in the prime of her career? Do you people want to see me Sable bomb this annoying little brat? Oh! Huh? You want to touch me, huh? Indy Hartwell just slapped Sable right across the face. And oh! Sable retaliated! Sable retaliated with a slap of her own! Wait a minute! Sable! She's about to Sable bomb Indy Hartwell! Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! But we're about to see a Sable bomb! Oh, and Jordan Grace saving Indy! And Jordan Grace saving Indy! As Indy and Grace leave! This close! This close! Wow! 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 Sable is back! And she's in the Hall of Fame! Indy Hartwell had her eyes flashing before her eyes! Wow, tonight has been full of surprises. First, Andrew Martin Test inducted into the Hall of Fame, and now Sable, who was a trailblazer from her days in the Attitude Era, manager for Marvelous Mark Mero. And Sable now returning to her seat as we continue this show. Wow, tonight's Survivor Series has been full of surprises. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an ambulance match. This long-time rivalry between Aleister Black and Cody Rhodes. This has become an all-out rivalry between two rivals. And these two had a zero tolerance, no violence contract put on them, because these two have been doing nothing but brawls for the last several months. But now these two finally come head to head in an ambulance match. No man is ever truly good. No man is ever truly evil. The following contest is an ambulance match. Making his way to the ring from Amsterdam, Netherlands, the Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black. Well, Aleister has become more creepy and more scary than ever before. Absolutely, Aleister has become far more scarier than we've ever seen him over these last several months. He and his wife Zelina has been playing a lot of mind games with Cody Rhodes over these last several months. Let's not forget, Aleister Black owns a victory over Cody Rhodes in a Falls Count Anywhere and a singles match. And these two also had a massive brawl a few weeks ago. And now these two are going to hopefully settle their issues in this ambulance match. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Down, 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 down. Adrenaline in my soul. Here comes the American Nightmare. Jeez, I was way too early. And here comes the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Wow. And introducing next, from Atlanta, Georgia, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Let's not forget, Cody Rhodes several weeks ago put his hands on Zelina as a distraction to allow Randy Orton, Cody's longtime best friend, to give Randy Orton a victory over Aleister Black. Yeah, Aleister and Zelina have been wanting to bring out the inner darkness within all their rivals. Yeah, Aleister wants to bring out the dark side within Cody Rhodes. And here comes the ambulance. And here comes the ambulance. There are no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, and no disqualifications. The only way to win is for a superstar to be forced into the ambulance by any means necessary. And here we go, Cody and Aleister in an ambulance match. Oh, these two rivals have become so personal with each other. This rivalry has become so personal between both of these men. Absolutely, it's become a real personal rivalry over these last several months. The amount of attacks. Oh, wait a minute, Cody Rhodes climbing on top of the ambulance. Look at this. These two guys wasting no time fighting on top of the ambulance. Shawn Michaels had a road to WrestleMania. I think his main rival was JBL. Yeah, his rival was JBL. It was centered around retiring. And Mickie James had one. Yep, she did too. The only female to have a road to WrestleMania. Oh, look out. Oh, wait a minute. Look at Cody Rhodes on top of the ambulance. Good Lord. Cody Rhodes with a vicious move on top of the ambulance. And oh my God, look at this. Look out. Oh my God. And Cody Rhodes. Good Lord. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Cody Rhodes just dove himself off the ambulance. And look at this, trying to get Aleister Black in. Trying to get Aleister Black into the ambulance. Oh, look at this, he just threw Aleister into the ambulance. And here we go. Is Cody Rhodes on the verge of winning this ambulance match? Is this ambulance match going to be over already? Cody Rhodes has gained a a quick early advantage here against Aleister Black, but Aleister pushes against the door. And now Aleister climbing up to the top rope. Big Meteora! And a big Meteora now as Aleister Black now gains the advantage. Aleister Black gaining the advantage, and look who's coming out here. Zelina, Aleister's wife, Zelina Vega, coming out here as well. Well, Zelina obviously wants a front row seat watching this matchup. Oh, look at this. Cody Rhodes throwing Aleister again back into the ambulance. And now Aleister, come on, Aleister, come on, honey. I wish you could put your opponent through the ambulance to use to automatically win the match. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be pretty cool. To automatically win the match. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be pretty cool. I wish they would bring back OMG moments. I wish they would bring back the OMGs. Like, those were also really good. And now both of these guys bring the fight back inside the ring. And now both Cody and Aleister now bring their fight back inside the ring. Oh! Aleister went for the Black Mass, but now Cody Rhodes starting to build momentum. Oh! And now Cody Rhodes starting to feel it. The American Nightmare starting to feel it. Disaster kick. Aleister Black now in trouble. Aleister Black is now in trouble. Crossroads! And there's the Crossroads. And there's the Crossroads. Aleister Black is in big trouble now. Aleister Black is in huge trouble now. Cody Rhodes now sees his opportunity. He sees his chance. He's going to throw Aleister into the ambulance. Zelina obviously looking very, very concerned as Cody Rhodes throws Aleister into the ambulance. Will this be it? Will this be the winning? Oh, wait a minute! Will this be the win? Will this be the win here? Is Cody Rhodes on the verge of winning this ambulance match? He's about to close the door. He's about to close the door. And look at Zelina. Look at Zelina now. Wait a minute. Zelina getting on the back of Rhodes. Zelina Vega, Zelina's trying to help her husband, Cody Rhodes. And look at this, oh my God, and Aleister breaks out of the door. Zelina helping out, oh, Zelina helping her husband. That's right, that is completely unfair. There's no disqualifications in this match. Zelina Vega helping Aleister out of the ambulance. That is completely unfair. Cody had this match won. You can say it's unfair all you want, but in the end it doesn't matter. You can call it unfair all you want. There's no disqualifications. And now Cody fighting for his life here. Cody fighting for his life here, realizing the situation he is in here. He's in a handicap situation. He's fighting for his life here against Aleister Black. And now Cody Rhodes trying to get back inside the ring, and Zelina again interfering, grabbing the leg of Cody Rhodes, Black Mass! Black Mass by Aleister. Once again, Zelina paying dividends. Zelina giving her man all the ammunition. Because remember, Aleister is 2-0 against Cody Rhodes right now. They want to extend that record to 3 wins in a row. And now it looks like Cody Rhodes could be getting thrown into the ambulance. I think Cody's night is about to come to an end. And Aleister throwing Cody into the ambulance. And now Cody fighting for his life. And now Cody fighting for his life here. Fighting to try and keep the ambulance door closed. fighting for his life here. Cody Rhodes is fighting for his life. And Cody Rhodes now. One door closed. One door closed. One door closed. Alistair's got one door closed here. And look at this. And look at Zelina. Zelina's trying to help him close the door. Zelina's trying to help him close the door to make it official. Wait a minute. There's Brandy Rhodes. There's Brandy Rhodes. Brandy Rhodes just came through the crowd. She's grabbed Zelina by the hair. Brandy Rhodes has grabbed Zelina by the hair. Brandy Rhodes has seen enough of Zelina helping. And Brandy Rhodes rams Vega. And now look at this. And now these two are brawling. Brandy Rhodes and Zelina Vega are brawling. And Cody Rhodes escapes out of the ambulance. And Cody Rhodes escapes out of the ambulance. Look at Cody Rhodes like a house on fire. He just exploded out of the ambulance. It's almost like he got an adrenaline in his soul. Oh my God! Pedigree on the floor. It's almost like he just had an adrenaline rush. And now Rhodes. Oh, Crossroads stereo. Brandy and Cody with a stereo. With a stereo Crossroads. Throw her in there too, babe. Wait a minute. And Brandy Rhodes throwing Zelina in too. Cody and Brandy just threw both Vega and Alistair in there. And Brandy Rhodes giving the assist to Rhodes, and they closed the ambulance. Ding, 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 ding. They both closed the ambulance. Cody Rhodes wins the ambulance match. Here is your winner, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes wins the ambulance match. Give an assist to Cody's wife, Brandy. Give the assist to Brandy Rhodes. She helped Cody out. It's only fair. Graves. Zelina was helping out Alistair. I don't understand why the first door is easy to close, but the second one isn't. Well, the second one is to win the match, so they obviously want to make sure that it's not easy to win. And Cody and Brandy having a moment together on top of the ambulance. Get them out of here. And the ambulance taking Alistair and Zelina out of here. Rhodes and the Rhodes family standing tall here tonight here in the UK. What a hard-fought victory for Rhodes. Go back into the crowd now, honey. What a hard-fought victory for Cody Rhodes, and it looks like Cody can finally put Alistair behind him. Or at least he hopes so. What a victory for Cody Rhodes, and a hard-fought victory at that. We got this tonight, Punk. Yep, we do. We're gonna beat Ethan and his team, and we are going to win because all you gotta do is just believe. Oh, hey, honey. God, don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that, babe. Good luck tonight. Hey, AJ. Hey, Joe. Big fan. Look, I don't mean to interrupt your little war room. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, honey. I don't really care. Actually, I do mind. I don't want to see you two lovebirds making out in here. This is winners only. And as far as I'm concerned, your little wife isn't a part of our team. Oh, think I'm scared of you, big man? Hey, you think I'm scared of you, big boy? You should be scared of me, AJ, because I retired John Cena. We're on the same team, buddy. So if I were you, you don't talk. So if I give you any piece of advice, and that is not to talk to my wife like that. Oh, what are you going to do about it, punk? Gonna put me to sleep? Alright, you two. Enough. Alright, enough, you two. Finn, get out of my face. God, why do you have a jerk like him on your team? Wasn't my decision. It was Nick's. Well, good luck tonight. I know you will win tonight, honey. Thank you, babe. Alright. Which one of you want to start Which one of you want to start? Well, the SmackDown War Room, obviously, the War Games room, obviously preparing big for the upcoming War Games match. Gunther continuing to be disrespectful as always. Whoa, God, listen to this reaction for Jamie Hayter. This has got to be the loudest reaction we've had all night. Jamie Hayter returns home. The following contest is for the Women's World Championship. Introducing first the challenger, returning home to London, England. She is your fellow countryman, Jamie Hayter. I saw someone had one of the original Yu-Gi-Oh starter decks when the game first came to America. It was Joey's. They wanted 200 of it. I understand that the price is hard to find nowadays. What a massive reaction for Jamie Hayter. And her opponent, she is the Women's World Champion, representing Empress Empire, Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow is here. And you know the Empress is going to have every trick up her sleeve here tonight to walk away with the Women's World Championship. Well, Asuka has done everything in her power. Thanks to the spoiler, Armin. Jeez. The Empress of Tomorrow. Jeez, that's not nice to chant. What now? He spoiled that Kyle Fletcher now has 2 titles in AEW. Apparently he won the Trios Tag Team titles with the Don Callis family. So now he has 2 titles. Kyle 2 belts. Oh. And here we go, Jamie Hayter starting off strong here. Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter. The WWE Universe are fully behind Jamie Hayter here tonight here in the UK. Oh! You know what actually makes me angry? Like, I was looking to see if I could find like a Survivor Series London, England style arena. I did find one, but I couldn't get it because because the arena that someone used was locked behind my rise. I was just like, of bloody course. I was like, of course, the arena that the person used was locked behind something I don't play. So I did find an arena that was Survivor Series, and it was called London, England, but I couldn't use it all because of a locked item that I don't even have. So stupid. I hate that. And Asuka with a crossbody off the top. Jamie Hayter. Now Asuka brings down Hayter. Asuka's doing the right thing. Asuka is trying to keep the UK crowd silent. This is what the Empress has got to do. She's got to keep the crowd quiet. Jamie Hayter, baka. Asuka's got the right idea. Oh, keep the UK crowd quiet. Staying on top of Jamie Hayter will keep the UK crowd quiet. Asuka is all about methodical beatdowns. Oh, Empress kick. And there's the Empress kick. And now Asuka looking to end the match here. Oh, there's the hip attack. The Empress impact on Hayter. And Hayter kicks out. Hayter stays alive. Asuka in full control of Jamie Hayter, trying to keep. Oh, wait a minute! Oh, she was looking for the Haterade, but Asuka doing everything in her power to keep the UK Hero Native and their crowd quiet. Well, this is what she's got to do: stay on top of Hayter, keep the crowd quiet, don't get them rattled. You don't want them to get behind Jamie and rally. And now this is Jamie's opportunity. And now Jamie now gets free of the submission. This is her opportunity to make a comeback. Michinoku driver. This is Jamie's opportunity now. And Jamie now Jamie's starting to fight back a little bit now. This is not what you want if you're Asuka. Oh man, a big Russian leg sweep. And now it's danger time. And now it's danger time if your name is Asuka. Haterade! Haterade, that could be it! 1, 2... Oh my God! Asuka kicked out! Wow! Well, for the first time ever, someone has survived the Haterade. That is a rare occurrence. Jamie Hayter. It's very rare to see anyone survive the Haterade. Asuka has become the first woman to kick out of the Haterade. Emily Bell didn't kick out of it. She used the ropes to save herself, and she got hit by the move. Absolutely, Asuka, the Empress, proving once again why she is the Empress, becoming the first woman to kick out of the Haterade. I mean, if anyone can do it, it was definitely going to be Asuka. Oh, look out! And oh, look at this! And the referee just got piled over. Oh my God! And Asuka, that damn Empress. The referee just inadvertently got knocked over, and now the Empress lock, and there it is. It's over. It's over now. The submission's locked in. Jamie Hayter trapped in the Asuka lock, trapped in the Warship lock, trapped in the warship lock. Is Jamie Hayter going to tap? Is Jamie Hayter going to submit? Jamie Hayter doing everything in her power to try and stay alive. Jamie, 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 Jamie. WWE Universe rallying. Jamie Hayter rallying. And Jamie Hayter gets free of the submission. Spinebuster! Because they want you to play on the hardest difficulty, that's why. And now Jamie Hayter. Oh, a vicious stomp! Shades! Shades of Candice LeRae. And now Asuka's in trouble. Haterade! There's the Haterade! 1, 2, Jamie Hayter is champion! I can't reverse rebound finishes for the life of me. That's my biggest weakness. Here is your winner and new Women's World Champion, Jamie Hayter! Jamie Hayter has done it! Here in her home country of the UK, Jamie Hayter has dethroned the Empress! What a victory for Jamie Hayter! And there's her family in the front row. There's Jamie's family in the front row. Jamie Hayter remains undefeated here on the main roster. But Jamie Hayter, in her home country of the United Kingdom, has won the Women's World Championship. Jamie Hayter has made the fans here in UK proud. Jamie waving the UK flag proudly as Jamie Hayter becomes the brand new Women's World Champion. Jamie Hayter has proved once again why she is one of the most decorated women here in the UK. A new top star is born here tonight. And pyro to boot. What a celebration for Jamie Hayter. Congratulations to Jamie. A huge win for her. The Empress has finally been dethroned. But will it be permanent? Congratulations to Jamie Hayter. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event, the Brand Warfare match. The Brand Warfare War Games, the first ever Raw vs. SmackDown Brand Supremacy War Games match. Ethan Page teams with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles to take on Finn Balor, Intercontinental Champion Joe Hendry, Gunther, and World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. Who will reign supreme tonight? And more importantly, who is going to gain the first overall draft pick in the draft next season? Oh, this is exciting. This is going to be exciting. And it is next. Jamie Hayter, sorry to interrupt you. How are you feeling right now? Big win for you. Congratulations. What's on your mind right now? Jackie, I'm on top of the fucking world. Mind my language. But no, it feels good to be the top girl around here. I have been telling everybody for months that who is the Empress without her title. Let's see if her little empire still worships her after she's no longer. Congratulations, champ. Becky. Congratulations, champ. Thank you, Bex. Hopefully, one day, you and I, we're going to fight for that title. And I look forward to it, Becky. Be a fighting champion. Wow, Becky Lynch and Jamie Hayter coming face to face. That is going to be awesome. And now it's time for our main event, the Brand Supremacy. The Brand Warfare War Games match. Wow, oh my, look who is starting things out. The WWE Champion himself, Ethan Page. Gotta kill it with a smile. I never understand why the game always puts the last person as first. I always find that weird. Because I had Roman first and then Ethan last, and then it just moved Ethan first. Why does it always put the person that's at the end first? I never understand that. It's so weird when the game does that. The WWE Champion Ethan Page starting out in War Games, but the question is, who is he going in with? Oh, well, he's starting. He's starting with Finn Balor. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And his opponent first, Finn Balor. I just saw some screenshot of the trophy of 2K26. It's called The First Time for Everything, as Rhea Ripley defeat EO in a 15-minute Iron Man match on Legend difficulty. Why always Legend difficulty? Probably because they want you to play on the hardest difficulty setting. Like, oh, they want you to do a trophy? Well, you better do it on the hardest difficulty. Because it's supposed to be a challenge. And here we go. Well, Finn Balor knows what it means to be in a War Games match. Well, so does Seth Rollins and AJ Styles and CM Punk. They've all been involved in War Games matches. This is the first one for Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, and Gunther. This is their first. And AJ Styles. He's never been in a War Games match. Absolutely. And AJ Styles has never also been in a War Games match. Man, oh man, what a night this has been. What an incredible night this has been here at Survivor Series. Andrew Martin, formerly known as Test, it will be going into the Hall of Fame, and so will be the legendary Sable. Not two former Attitude Era alumni going into the Hall of Fame this year. And now Finn Balor. You mean next year? Yes. Yes, you're right, Graves. I swear, Michael Cole does this all the time. Hey Cole, yeah? AJ Lee is trapped in that pod. No, that's AJ Styles. That's AJ Styles. Well, look, I'm just letting you know. Yep, wrong team has the advantage again. Yep, this game just does not want to play by the rules. Well, look, I'm just saying that because you made that mistake once before. I know I did. And now Finn Balor has the disadvantage. Patrick selects Team 2 to have the advantage. Game? Nah, I'll give the advantage to Team 1. Oh, Finn Balor now Balor fighting for survival here. Look at Seth Rollins just hanging back. Well, Seth Rollins has got the right idea. Just hang back. Let Ethan Page do all the work. And now look at this. And now Finn badly needs some help right now. Well, he's about to get some help. And it's Joe Hendry, the Intercontinental Champion. Well, Finn is about to get help in forms of the Intercontinental Champion, Joe Hendry. The prestigious Joe Hendry. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Oh, now Joe Hendry going after Seth Rollins. And now Ethan Page coming to Joe Hendry. And now Joe Hendry now gaining the upper hand on the WWE Champion. Remember, Joe Hendry once made fun of Ethan Page, telling him to put some clothes on. Yeah, I remember that song. And now Hendry and Balor have now turned the tides here. Final cut by Balor, and now Team SmackDown have turned the tide. Now that they've got the advantage, and now that it's all evened up, Finn Balor with a coup de grace to the WWE Champion. And now Seth Rollins continues to hammer Finn Balor, but Finn Balor tosses him to the other side of the arena. And who will be joining in next on the Raw men's team? And Ethan Page with a twisted grin. And it's the OTC Roman Reigns, and here comes Roman Reigns, all set and ready to go. And hey, what the hell? What the hell? Drew McIntyre with a Claymore. What the hell? Drew McIntyre just Claymored Roman Reigns. What the hell is Drew doing? Hey, get out of here, man. You took my spot! Get the hell out of here! The referee's now getting Drew McIntyre out of here! Drew McIntyre just Claymored Roman Reigns into oblivion! You gotta be kidding me! Drew McIntyre is furious because Drew McIntyre is furious all because he couldn't get in the team! Drew, you suck! Kiss my ass! And now look at this. And now look at Seth Rollins. And now Seth Rollins dragging Roman Reigns' carcass into the ring. And now Roman Reigns now helpless to defend himself right now. Roman Reigns has just been left laying, and now Ethan Page with the ego's edge. Roman Reigns is down. He was brought into the ring, but Seth... What is Ethan Page doing? What is Ethan Page doing? Ethan Page on the top of the cage! Good Lord! And now a curve stomp, and Roman Reigns is still laying in the corner after that Drew McIntyre Claymore kick. Well, Ethan Page and and Seth Rollins don't really need Roman right now. They're in control. They're doing this all on their own right now. Roman Reigns finally starting to get to his feet. Roman finally staggering to his feet. Drew McIntyre, and now look at Finn Balor now going after Reigns, who is obviously helpless to defend himself right now. Finn Balor knows Roman is now vulnerable due to the attack on Drew McIntyre, and now here comes the ring general Gunther. CM Punk wanted to go next, but Gunther told him, no, I'll go next instead. The ring general Gunther. What is the ring general got planned? And now Joe Hendry. Roman Reigns is still unable to do anything because he's still helpless. And look at Gunther going right after the more vulnerable competitor. That is typical Gunther. Gunther going after the vulnerable Roman Reigns. It's smart. It's smart. Roman's is the weaker of the three because he got Claymored earlier. Apparently, climbing out rule where you forfeit your team doesn't count until the match starts. Roman Reigns being flung. Roman Reigns still has not been able to get a flurry in after being attacked by Drew McIntyre. Well, it's a bit unfortunate for Roman Reigns, is it? Well, maybe if General Manager Daniel Bryan allowed Drew McIntyre to participate in War Games, maybe none of this wouldn't have happened. Drew McIntyre, Daniel Bryan's team is about to lose because of Drew McIntyre. All Daniel had to do was let Drew in the match, and none of this would have happened. And now the phenomenal one, and Roman Reigns now finally getting up. And now AJ Styles, the final man to participate. Roman Reigns now finally getting active, becoming a bit more active in this match. Well, Roman Reigns now finally able to do something. The phenomenal one in the ring. Roman Reigns exhausted, tired after being Claymored, but he's still got. And there's the standing ovation. Joe Hendry with the standing ovation to the OTC and runs into a pedigree. And now the ring general Gunther. Oh, look out! And a big splash to the OTC just when Roman was finally gaining some momentum. And a curve stop to the Intercontinental Champion. Twisted grin. And now Roman Reigns, who is still vulnerable, who is still mostly vulnerable, but he's back up now. He's back up. He's ready to go. And now the OTC now finally is vulnerable, but he's got an opportunity now. But now here comes CM Punk. And here comes CM Punk, the final man to enter. Roman Reigns in the corner. And Roman Reigns with a spear. And CM Punk, as soon as CM Punk enters, the match is now official. As soon as CM Punk enters, the match will now will become official. But CM Punk is just throwing weapons in the ring. CM Punk is still throwing weapons in the ring, and look at this, Seth and Roman seemingly working together. I don't think it's by a choice. Oh! Geez, Punk, you're gonna get in the ring? Hey, finally! And War Games is now official. And War Games is now officially underway. And now the War Games match has now officially begun. Who is going to walk away as victor? Ethan Page was oh, and there's the Gunther bomb. And Finn Balor dropping. And Finn Balor dropping the WWE champion. And look at this. Everyone on Ethan Page's team is being picked apart here. And Roman Reigns trying to fight for survival here. CM Punk on top of the cage. Look at this. Punk with the elbow drop. Punk with a huge elbow drop off the top of the War Games cage. Superman punch. And Roman Reigns now building momentum. Spear to Punk. And Roman with a spear to Punk. Can he win it for his team? Oh, and Gunther saves it. And Gunther saving it. Oh, huge clothesline. And now Seth Rollins with a curve stop. And Seth Rollins with a curve stop on Finn. Oh, and Finn holds on. And Joe Hendry now in. And Joe Hendry in trouble. But Joe Hendry manages to kick out. And now the back and forth here. My goodness, all the carnage, all the chaos and carnage in this matchup. There's so much chaos and carnage. It's hard to keep track of everything. Roman Reigns now goes into the cover on Gunther. And AJ Styles and a Styles clash on Hendry. Styles clash on Hendry, and it's saved again by SmackDown. Gunther once again saving it. My goodness, what a War Games match this has been. And now Gunther has a Boston Crab on AJ Styles. And now Gunther, oh, vicious clothesline. And a vicious clothesline to Roman Reigns. And look at that. And everyone just stopping Roman Reigns. Everyone's stopping Gunther from pinning Roman Reigns. Everyone on Team SmackDown on top. Everyone on Team SmackDown are on top right now. Look at this. Anaconda Vice. And Ethan Page taps out. And Ethan Page taps to the Anaconda Vice. Team SmackDown get the win. CM Punk just beat the WWE champion again. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Here are your winners. Team SmackDown! Oh no, that means SmackDown wins the first overall draft pick. You're damn right. CM Punk forces Ethan Page to tap out to the Anaconda Vice. The World Heavyweight Champion stands tall over Ethan Page again. That means SmackDown will get the first overall draft pick in the draft. My God, what a victory for SmackDown. SmackDown has won. Drew McIntyre has just cost Team Raw the match. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. You screwed me, Daniel. This is all your fault. Get him out of here. And oh my God! And Drew McIntyre with a claymore to the WWE, to the Raw General Manager. It's your fault. You screwed me. Hey, come on, man, break it up. Drew McIntyre just claymored the Raw General Manager. That was just a decoy. That person under the hood was a decoy. That's for not having me on Team Raw. I would have won it for you. That hooded person was just a decoy, and Drew McIntyre claymored Daniel Bryan. An unforgivable sin. But ladies and gentlemen, we almost forgot about that mysterious box. Who's inside that mysterious box? Yeah, we almost forgot about that mysterious box. Hey, we almost forgot about that weird box. Who's going to come out of that thing? Well, Daniel Bryan was supposed to help me open this damn thing. I'll help you. Here, I'll help. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. And Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce are now looking to open up this that weird box. Who's inside it? Who the hell is in it? It's time to feel the wrath. I'm over the edge. I'm over the edge. Yeah. Time to feel the wrath. Hey. It's Holly Cameron. It's Holly Cameron. Holly Cameron is here. How awesome is that? Holly Cameron was in that mysterious box. I thought it was going to be some weird vampire or something. Holly Cameron is here, and Holly Cameron was inside that weird box. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining us for Survivor Series. Thank you, Survivor Series. WWE, it will be ready to feel the wrath